Hi everybody, I'm Lee and I'm the Director of Music and Relational Ministries here at Central Longmont Presbyterian Church. This week we're going to talk a little bit about our devotional readings that are online on our website. You can find them if you go there. The devotion is based on Howard Thurman's poem, I Will Light Candles This Christmas. And this week's readings center around the second line of the poem. Candles of hope where despair keeps watch. In this time of COVID and quarantine and so many up and down emotions, feeling isolated, feeling lost in this time, feeling anxious, there's a lot of despair. And for many of us, this is maybe a new feeling from the comfortable ways of our lives. But there are people for whom despair is a daily way of living. As we light the second candle for our Advent wreath this week, we need to reflect. What is it that leads people to despair? How can we get better at identifying early signs of despair? And what ways can hope turn despair around? I invite you to join us in the readings this week and delve deeper into this subject. As you create your candles, you may be really good at doing this every day. If, like my family, we have had a hard time getting every day, we've gotten most of them. But if you skip one, you can always catch up the next day or just keep reading. But we invite you to join in this discipline as we move towards Christmas and look at inside our hearts and find ways that we can learn more about ourselves and learn more about God's love and promise of hope in our lives. And this week also, I want to turn our attention to our Advent boxes, and I have a couple of things to share with you about those. Some of you have asked, do I need to decorate my box or whatever it is I want to put my gifts into? You can decorate it if you want to. As you can see, we have. And I put my sign on front, the list on the front so I would know. It is not a requirement. All of the items that we collect from you all, they're going to be given to Hope as a gift, and then Hope will take all of the items and they will stock their shelves and have all of these supplies that are available for anyone who is in need of them. So you may or may not be providing everything you give to one person. It's going to get distributed as they see fit. This week, some of the items are gloves, nice, good, warm outdoor gloves, shampoo or conditioner, and you can use these travel sizes, a travel size of shaving cream, and some disposable razors. They're hard to get as a single item. You maybe can find them. I bought a bag, and it has 12 inside. So if you have something that you purchased that has more than just the one item, and you want to give the whole bag, do that. They'll distribute them as they need to. The other item is some canned protein. I've chosen some tuna because I think it's really yummy. If you do cans of things, make sure it's got the pop top. And that way, if somebody has it in a backpack, it's easily opened and consumed. The last item on our list for this week's giving box is a prayer. You can say a prayer for someone who may be homeless in our community. Maybe it's somebody you pass at an intersection when you're driving in your car. Maybe it's somebody you pass walking on the street. Say a little prayer for those people because it means a lot to lift them in the community of prayer that we can offer. One more thing I want to add to this week. This poem that we are focusing on, Howard Thurman's I Will Light Candles This Christmas. The beautiful thing about poetry is it can be set to music. This poem was set to music in 2017 at Christmas time by a Norwegian composer named Kim André Arnesen. And he composed this beautiful choral arrangement of this Christmas text. We're going to make that text available on our website. Well, not the text, but the actual music. And it is, I'm proud to say, something that is, the recording you'll hear if you go to listen is by the St. Olaf Choir. And this was commissioned and presented at the St. Olaf Christmas Festival in 2018 for the first time. It's a beautiful setting of this text. And if you are able to listen to it, I invite you to have the words of the poem nearby so you can follow along. It's glorious. And we're going to add another link where somebody else has set the second half of the poem. Poetry is wonderful this way, and the music that ties into it can fill our hearts in a different way than just the text. So I invite you, as we move forward in this Christmas season, to go to our website, centrallongmont.net, and check out the Advent section for the devotionals, for the list for the giving boxes for Advent, for some resources on how to come up with your own candles, and you can listen to these song links of these beautiful settings of this poem. We hope you'll continue in this Advent journey with us. Have a great week, everybody.